Listen, guys. We know there's no sound. We know that there's no sound. The mics are cold. We're just kind of letting everybody trickle in. CGA just got in here. Give us 2 minutes. 2 minutes. All right, is there an echo now? Testing. Well, you will. All right, hang on. Test. All right, good. Give us like 2 minutes. Mics are nice and hot. All right. What's up, guys? It's your man Donovan Sharpe, and welcome to this special edition of TSR Late Night. If you want to, you can scoot.
Let me scoot over.
Yeah,
I'm still on the camera. Okay.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I give you plenty of berth to.
Okay.
And then we're gonna let the people see the nice, beautiful Vegas view, of course, with the reflection. You guys see my bootleg, lighting. I left my lighting at the studio. I left it at the studio, so I was like, dude, what can I use to get the lighting right? And it's basically a lamp without a shade.
There you go. Hey,
we had it done. Welcome, Coach Greg Adams. We are here live in Las Vegas. You and I, we just did a show. What was it, 2 weeks ago?
Seems about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago. So we did one-on-one with Donovan Sharpe a couple weeks ago. And during that show, we figured out that we probably answered maybe a half a dozen questions.
Okay.
So I think you had something like 30, 35 questions. We answered a half a dozen of them. So we're going to try to go through as many of these questions because there are some really, really good questions for you here, man.
All right, let's get them.
So I figured, you know what, we'll go ahead and complete this thing. We'll put a bow on this thing here.
We just happened to be here at the same time.
Yeah,
like
right.
when we were there, we were like,
this.
we didn't plan it. We just were like, oh, I'm gonna be in Vegas in a couple weeks. Thanksgiving. We're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, why not?
I'm gonna be there too. So yeah.
Oh, see, now I gotta move. Okay, now we're even. Now we're good. Okay,
all
cool.
Right.
Good stuff. Okay, so let me read out these super chats here. Jason Bravo with the $10 super chat says the two absolute best back together. Hope your guys' Thanksgiving has been fantastic. I'm thankful for the knowledge and wisdom you two continue to share. It's made me a much better man. Cool. You always like to hear stuff like that.
Yep.
Appreciate that. Sydney Big Towel, 10 Australian dollars, says Donovan and CGA, two of the all-time number ones. Big love and respect to the both of you. Looking forward to a great conversation. And so we come to it. We're just going to go ahead and get started right out of the gate here. This is a very interesting question. He says, Coach, I'm a single 47-year-old man. Is it okay to accept vacation gifts from women who I'm romantically or intimately involved with? Basically, these women invite me to join them on their vacations, and they foot most of the bill.
I don't know what's wrong with that.
Okay.
I mean,
all right.
I mean, you're getting a trip,
right?
I mean, I don't know what the women look like. They might look like a busted Pillsbury biscuit can.
That
right?
might be why she's paying. That might be why she's paying.
But he's 47. It must be something about him. I don't know a lot of men that have this situation,
right.
But take the vacation. I mean, there's women out here finessing guys left and right. I mean, if you can stomach it,
that's what I'm saying. Well,
yeah.
If you can stomach it, yes,
yeah,
right.
That's the thing.
Interestingly enough, the very first vacation Deb and I ever took, she paid.
Right.
She texted me. She's like, "Hey, do you want to go to Hawaii?" And I was like, I think I've been dating her for like a month and a half.
Yeah. I'm
like, if you're paying, I'm playing. I figured that would be the end of it.
Right.
Dude, 2 hours later, she calls me, okay, we're flying out of Phoenix and we're staying at this resort. I'm like, I'll be damned. She actually paid for the vacation. So yeah. Listen, single 47-year-old man. Yes, it is okay to accept the vacation gift. Right. Take the vacation.
Take the vacation. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah. What's it say? Silgoise the sauce, $50. Says not gonna miss this. Not gonna miss donating to this. LOL. Have fun, guys. Twice in one day, Coach. Oh, you were on live.
I was on live earlier.
How about that? Yes, and I was on live as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We in here working. We in here working. Look, we taking trips.
You know what I'm saying?
Working. Yeah.
Hey, listen, I told people this is not a pleasure trip. This is a business trip, man. Like we're here for some business.
Exactly.
That doesn't mean I'm not going to go down to the mall there and grab some fragrances as I did yesterday. Second question, CGA, if a kid is stuck in a predicament where his mother isn't teaching him right and his father is an emotional beta male, how would the average kid cope with not being a man and not learning the basics of manhood? Ooh. Damn, that seems to be
that's a whole bunch of stuff to unpack right there. I mean, first of all, it's a kid. I mean, the kid doesn't know where to find the right guidance.
Right.
Unfortunately, a lot of kids can sit in YouTube and relate to people, but it's only so much that a kid can do if he doesn't have the ability to go out himself and purchase coaching or find the right mentor. The reality is there's a lot of toxic relationships, man, and kids are involved. This is why the guys that keep coming to my channel, what if I want to have kids? I'm like, man, first of all, is the woman toxic that you're going to be with? Are you toxic? Are you broke? You're bringing in kids to this environment. This is what kids turn out to be. So what can that kid do? I mean, do his best to try to avoid the toxic relationship.
It's tough because it's a kid. What are you going to do? Let's just say they emancipate the kid. And boys and girls, if you don't know what emancipation is, the loose definition is basically giving a kid adult rights
through the court,
through the family court. Right. He's legally bound to contracts. A woman that I foolishly rented a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house for while she was banging the ex-con baby daddy. I spent the week in jail, found out about that. She was emancipated at 11 years old because she was being isuba'd by her uncle. And so that tells you all you need to know about that. But again, she's a kid. There's nothing she could have done about that situation. And you know what's interesting? A lot of times, some of our biggest detractors are children or people who grow up in broken homes. And you can always tell that they're raised by mommy because their attacks are emotional. I feel like that. I'm like, dude, like, are you like, and sometimes, and as pissed off as we get, I think sometimes it would be a little more mature of us, not that I've ever been guilty of this, to kind of step back and say, okay, this dude is acting emotional. So instead of calling him out on being emotional, just kind of step back and just let him run his mouth and forget about it.
Right. It does me no good to respond to that because this guy's dealing with a lot of conditioning that I'm not going to be able to solve with a response to his question or attack, whatever it is.
Yeah. It's tough. Yeah, right. How do you? I mean, I tell people all the time, don't argue with your woman. You're never going to win.
Right.
It's not worth it. Hello, bosses. With Kamala Harris potentially going to be the most powerful person on earth, arguably, what do you see happening in the future with regards to male-female dynamics, family, the economy, and society at large? There are a lot of political pundits who think that when people voted for Joe Biden, they were essentially voting for Kamala Harris.
Right.
Because Joe Biden is dude, he might be dead right now. Exactly. You know what I mean?
And he just don't know it.
But I mean, listen, bless us. And listen, I don't want to get political. I would not have voted for Biden. But Joe Biden's a good man. Like just because you disagree, like with Obama, listen, I didn't agree with Obama's politics, but I thought he was a good dude. He really wanted what he thought was best for the country. That didn't align with what I believe, but that doesn't mean I think he's a reprehensible human being. He did a lot of good. He did some things I didn't agree with. It's the same with Biden, who was Obama's vice president. Joe Biden he's a patriot. Like he loves his country. All of that said, I don't agree with his politics, but a lot of people think that the Biden-Kamala Harris presidency was essentially to get Harris into office because Biden apparently has dementia. And when and if he dies, guess what? The vice president then becomes the president, a la Kamala Harris. So where does this country go if Harris is the president? Jesus Christ.
Well, here's the funny thing about that. I mean, I agree with some of the things you said on there. I think Biden believes he will be the president for as long as he wants.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the Democrats, Nancy Pelosi, the House, they have the 25th Amendment to remove him at any particular point.
That's right.
That not on his say.
That's right.
They can go in and say, you know what, you're not functioning right. It's time to go.
Yeah.
Well, unfortunately for him, he's going to miss his spot. I mean, he should have been president if he wanted to 10, 12, 20 years ago, right? He's just too old right now.
Yeah.
That's just the reality of it. But let's just say this. Kamala gets to the position. Say she gets in there. I mean, I know the Trump people are going, it still ain't been confirmed, certified. I know. Okay. Yeah. But let's just say for the game purposes, she gets in there. They don't know who they voted for. They didn't do their research.
Right.
I'm from California. Right. She was, if I'm not mistaken, the district attorney or she was attorney general there.
Yeah, she's a lawyer. Yeah.
She's a lawyer there, prosecuted a lot of black men there. Mm-hmm. She has no queen in her. If she does, she's not really a black woman, but people are using her as a black woman to do. But see, when it gets in terms of what she's going to do for the community, it's going to be absolute zero, right? Yeah. It's going to be nothing.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a detriment more to the men. And she's going to use the women, the queens of the community, the backbone of the community. She's going to use them to keep her in office and power. Right. But she's going to trickle down some little bit of crumbs, keep them happy. All right, it doesn't take a lot to keep the queens happy. All you got to do is shuffle your feet, dance, whatever you got to do.
Dance, monkey
dance. Obama shuffle his feet, do some soft shoe, and the queens go crazy. So that's what's going to happen. I think, they're not going to get what they want.
By the way, Trump is 78, Biden is 74. Listen, that may be true, but
I think Trump's 74.
Well, either way,
they're both
funny. They're very close in age. Trump clearly has the sharper and clearer mind, right? Like I think
by far,
Right. So anybody who says, "Well, Trump is old too," yes, Trump is very old, but Biden sounds old,
right?
And you've seen videos of him talking. He almost sounds like he doesn't know where he's at sometimes, and it makes me feel sorry. I don't dislike Biden at all. I kind of feel. I don't know, man. I don't wish anything bad to happen to anybody. I just thought it was very sad for them to just keep putting him out there just to make a fool of himself. I'm like, dude, this is crazy.
Right. But see, I think, again, most people, if the numbers are what they are, most people voted not for Biden. They voted against Trump.
That's right.
So now they got to lie in the bed that they made. That's just the reality.
That is the reality. And I'm going to tell you what, dude. If you're a black man and you voted for Joe Biden, you are just don't get in trouble. I'm telling you right now, don't get in trouble with the law, man, because if Harris becomes
That's
Man,
a mistake. I mean, that's
listen, man. I'm not bro. I'm not walking. I'm taking Ubers everywhere. I'm not doing any. I'm not breaking the law.
Well, here's the thing. I think when people see that vote was an emotional vote,
yeah,
right? It was okay. I don't like this guy. We got to get him out. Well, now since you made an emotional decision, you didn't look long term.
Yeah,
and you didn't vet the people. It's kind of like when we get into relationships with women.
Absolutely,
we're telling you the same thing. Okay, don't get emotional. Take time to vet.
Yes.
Know who you're getting in bed
That's
with.
right.
Because who you got in there, Kamala, is not the one that you wanted in there. I guarantee. Now Biden might be who you would have accepted in there, but you didn't want Kamala. No, you didn't want that.
No,
I guarantee
you
didn't want that.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude. I think I would feel safer with Biden at the helm than Harris.
Oh, for sure.
Oh my God.
I'm hoping if this plays out, I'll take Biden over Kamala.
Oh my God, dude.
Any day of the week.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. Listen, you guys think Rodney? Oh, I'm just gonna say Rodney King. You don't worry about that.
Yeah.
Colin with the $3 super chat says, "I think Harris wants to say I rebuke." Did you see Kevin?
I love that. I was watching it live.
I was crying my eyes out. Oh, I saw it yesterday. I saw the replay. I didn't see it live.
I was watching it live, and I was like, "What's going on here?"
That was incredible. That was incredible. He fried that chick. That was funny.
Right.
But of course, as soon as he pulled her card, well, you're again. Oh, all right, here we go. Here we
go.
Did
she come back?
Yeah. Well, what ended up?
Well,
I think they had an exchange, and she said, "Kevin, simmer down. I am not like these other women that you have on the show." Right. And he says, "Bitch, you are like, oh yeah,
he had to cut it short. Yeah.
Don't tell me to simmer down on my shit.
Right.
Hell no." Daryl Davis, $10 says, "Writing a PowerPoint for class on the universal background check, which I agree with, but the other shiz the Democrats want is not cool. I own a lot of arms." Okay.
Right.
Well, listen,
you voted that in.
Yeah. I mean, you know, it is what it is. You got to pick your poison.
Yeah.
Signa Big Towel, $2 Australian says, "Oh God, I'm not going to read that. It's some website exposes the agenda. I don't want to make this thing a political thing
because I'll mess around on the political.
Yeah, dude, I'll mess around and get my channel taken down. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, exactly.
Madman says $20 super chat says, "I'm the 47-year-old guy who asked about the vacation gifts." Okay. He says, "Coach Greg, why did you remove your fax stamp from your videos? I found them to be hilarious."
Because when I transcribe my videos, some of them afterwards, and a lot of times if it's in the background, that stamp makes the transcriber stop.
Oh,
so it's just and then I have to go back and repeat. So if I did that 3 or 4 times in the video, the transcriber would stop 3 times when I transcribe. Right. So
business decision. Okay, I got you. All right, well, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, good stuff. Next question. Oh boy. He says, "White men dating black women." He says, are the issues different than the black men dating white women? Also, you don't hear much when mixed race relationships if the man is white, but other way around, it seems to be a problem. Also, what about Asians and Hispanics dating white or black men? That's a lot of questions.
Yeah.
I don't know about Asians and Hispanics dating black men because, I mean, I've dated Hispanics, haven't dated Asians. Let's just talk about the black-white thing because that's really all anybody cares about. So what he's asking, he wants to know, are the issues between white men and black women the same as the issues between black men and white women? What are your thoughts on that?
I think the majority of black men don't care. I just think the majority of black men do not care when black women date white men. We could care less. I mean, there's occasionally a pro-black might get in there and might be, get his panties in a bunch or whatever. But the majority of black men could care less, right?
Dude, we don't give a damn, dude.
If I see it, more power to you, bro. And here's the deal: they behave better when they're with white men.
Yeah.
All right, because that's how they've been trained and conditioned. When they have jobs, they behave better. Good, you took one off the gutter, right?
There you go.
Street.
That's it.
And now she's behaving better. Good, have at it. I really don't care. I never bat my eyes at it. I never say what's wrong with that. Don't give a damn. Now, I think what happens with when black men date white women, I think black women have always believed that they owned or had the one up on black men. So when we don't do what they want to do, they feel like, hey, you're getting away from us. Right. We tell you what to do. And that's how they've been able to do that in politics.
Yes.
They've been able to do that. If you want to go back to the slave master, they had access to the master.
That's right.
And the black man didn't.
Right.
So she was the intermediary in between that. So that's how it's always been.
Yep.
And that's why they have a problem with it when we don't toe the line. When we don't toe the line politically, when we pull away, guess what? They treated Ice Cube like a piece of crap.
Yo, did you
and that
see
dude
that?
is a multi-millionaire, bro.
Yo,
He approaching
fam.
millions, and
they were all
right. So black men never feel like you are the one, like they're only coming after you.
Yes,
they came after Ice Cube.
Yes, they came for Cube.
They came for Cube. So there you go.
Listen, there are a few things about this. Number one, the reason why black women get pissed off when black men date white girls is because we are their only option. Period.
Right.
Listen, man, black women are at the bottom of the sexual totem pole.
And that's statistically they've done the research on this.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
But guess what? They didn't have to do the research because just look around, right? Well,
right.
statistic, I don't need the stats, right?
Right.
But if there's any statistic that really anybody should point to are dating apps. That is the only, you can't survey, well, are you going to date? No. Dating apps. Black women are they are the least preferred. This, and on the guy side, it's Indian and Asian men. They are the least preferred.
Yep.
So black women are at the bottom of the sexual totem pole. But here's the thing: 94% of black men are in relationships with black women.
Sure.
So why then would black women have a problem with black men who date white women? Right? If 94% of us are with black women, why do they have a problem? Well, that 6%, that's the top 6%, Greg.
That's right.
That's their problem.
Right.
So again, when you don't have other options, and this is actually on the other side too, any black man who has a problem with a black woman who dates a white man, you're low value, dude, because you don't know that black women are not your only option. This is why you guys like you and me, we don't care that black women date outside. I'm going to swirl.
Right.
Awesome.
I would never argue against that.
Hey, whatever.
What you want. Yeah.
Right. Because we know we have other options. So if a black man, I think sisters should be dating brothers, bruh, you need to get out the county at least and figure this out. I think the reason why, and I'll tell you this on the other side. Well, I'll put it this way. White men who date black women are few and far between, almost non-existent, right? You very rarely see it. If a good-looking white guy dates a black woman, she's a baddie. She's a Stacey Dash 20 years ago. She's a Kerry Washington, Megan Good, Paula Patton, who I would, dude, even at 46 years old, I would love to marry that chick. Oh my, even though she's probably crazy. And oh, by the way, she was married to Robin Thicke, a white guy, right? Black women can't date outside their race like we can. And the reason why they make such a big deal out of it, and here's the thing, I didn't announce to the world, all right, black women, I'm going to start dating Becky's. I'm going to start dating white girls. I didn't give a damn, right? But you want to know why women always, you know what? I've had it with niggas. I'm going to date white boys. You want to know why they do that? Why? It's because they want us to say, no. Please don't do that. We're the best men for you. Please come back. Well, I don't know. No. But we ain't doing that. And that's why they're mad. They're mad.
I think, when white men standard typically are not the curvaceous booty model type black women. Sure. They're probably educated. They look a certain way. So I think still for the swirling black women, you're limited if you are, if you look ghetto, if you're big old booty, and white guys ain't going for that. No, so they still want you to look the part what they would select from a
like a woman. Yeah, exactly. Like I don't need a bitch that looks like she was were you photoshopped? Like, what is that?
I know.
We got bitches with like a 60-inch booty. Like, what the hell?
That does nothing for me. Dude, I don't get that. But we typically date a certain type. But I look at it like the race issue. I don't touch it too much on my channel. Sure. Because we're all mixed.
That's right.
I don't know if you know. I mean, people don't want to accept this stuff.
Listen, in 3,000, check this out. In the year 4,000, everyone on Earth is going to be like the color of a paper bag.
Exactly.
We're all going to be the same.
It's ridiculous to even have it bother me because. I mean, just say, for instance, my kids are mixed. I mean, what are my kids supposed to date? What are they supposed to date? I mean, okay, they're black. I mean, so we can dice that up as much as we can. We will get nowhere talking about that. That's a nowhere conversation to me.
No, listen. I think it's a moot point.
Right.
And it's been done to death. Right. So I guess to circle back, the reason why white men dating black women don't have the same issues as black men dating white women. Right. Is because white dudes don't date black women like that.
That's right.
That's why. Yeah. And I don't want to hear, well, I know a girl. Listen. Even if you weren't lying, and let's be clear, you are. But if you weren't, and you are, that girl's hot. She's got her stuff together. She's feminine. Just because you say you know someone who can do it doesn't mean everybody can do it. Well, Meghan Markle married a prince. Yeah, he's going to shoot himself in the face here in about 3 years, right? That tells you all you need to know.
Right.
I'm going to leave this alone after I say this. This is going to piss a lot of people off. If Barack Obama's mother was black, he would not have been the president of the United States.
Yeah, that's true.
Real talk. Listen. Hey, I don't make the rules, guys. I don't make the rules.
Yeah.
I don't make the rules. That's hashtag swirl. But by all means, sisters, hey, listen, go out there and get you. What's the white guy, Becky? What is he, a Brad?
Oh, okay.
Dude, black women have all of these derogatory names for, like, the white girls are Becky's, the Asians are Ling Lings, the Hispanics are Marisol. Jesus Christ.
Well, they spend too much time. Obviously, they got time on their hands.
All kinds of stuff, man.
These are women I've never swipe right on. Never. I'm not dealing with them because they're just toxic. You know, I'm not saying that all of them are, but I think they tend to, even the one that is not toxic, you can tell she probably has friends that are toxic.
She's got it in her.
You know what I mean?
She's
a step away from toxic. So, no, thank you.
Only a matter of time.
Only a matter of time. Yeah.
Gary B, $20 says, sad that kids are getting brought up in toxic environments. My own mother force-fed me the, quote, sapphire supplement. That's good. I like that mentality since I was born. So glad I found you guys. Makes life makes so much more sense. Absolutely appreciate that super chat. Warhammer, $2 says, Kevin stays cooking these 304s. What's the 304? I'm out on that.
That's the HOE.
Wow.
Yeah. I think back in the day, if you put it in your phone or your calculator, you put 304 and you turn it upside down.
Oh, that's exactly what it is.
It's like HOE. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I remember there was a calculator game. I think I learned this as a 5th grader. Yeah. There was one girl. She was 17 years old. She slept with 35 guys 84 times. What did that leave her? You turned it upside down. It said loose in the calculator. Yeah, I just thought it was crazy. I went home and showed my mom. She was not amused. Not amused at all. Warhammer. Wow, 304s. Okay, I like that. I like that a lot. Oh, wow. The super chat's coming in hot and heavy. I'm telling you, man. The one J missing link. The most powerful man today is the red-pilled man. Agree, totally. Yeah. C-Dub, $5, says, glad to see this DSCGA collab live, hitting the tip jar. Thanks to CGA for visiting TSR Towers again. Always learn a lot from these guys. Appreciate that. Mr. Anonymous, nobody said, so Gabby got engaged.
Oh, did you see the video? Okay, so yeah. First of all, that dude is not straight. Highly likely he's suspect. All right, that dude.
Did you see him? Do you think he's a Chipper Jones?
What's that?
A switch hitter?
A
Roberto Alomar,
right? Yeah,
right.
He ain't. Yeah.
I haven't seen the video. I saw the picture. I was like, somebody. Like,
I mean, it's clear as day. Once you look at it and you listen to him and you see his demeanor, his facial, you're like, that guy is there for whatever piece of.
Okay, but you want to know what this proves?
Right.
This proves that sisters can swirl, Greg. Sisters can swirl. Look at Gab. Listen, if Gabourey Sidibe can get a white boy, then you can too, Shaniqua.
If that's the one you want,
hey,
have at it. I have no problems with it, ladies. Go ahead and do it.
Please do what you got to do. Like, listen, I'm not mad at you. I'm mad at you. Yeah. He says, it's going to be a lot of pissed off single women in the States that look far better but lack her income. Look, dude. Look, man. You know what? I'm going to look this up. What is Gabourey Sidibe's net worth? Probably. I mean, I
would say
she's the top one
of $4 million.
Yeah, something like that, right?
Yeah, I mean, she hasn't been. She's pretty much, what do you call it when they pigeonhole you in the type of character?
Oh, typecast.
Yeah, she's typecast.
Yeah,
what
she's
can
precious.
She do?
Yeah,
she's always going to be precious.
Yeah, she's never not. I mean, even if she. I mean, what else is she going to play, right? And listen, no shade on Gabourey. Hey, she made it. She's worth $4 million. I'm not. Probably never will be.
Right.
But the fact remains is that's one big bitch, right? Like that. Like, I'm not trying to be mean spirited, but she would say this about herself. And you know, it's just a sad day in America when women like that can get engaged.
Well, here's the deal, though. But these are the type of women that these are the type of relationships that people throw at us. Oh, see, these can work. I got a man. We're happily married. Got it.
You know what? You win.
You win. Exception to the rule. You made it work. Congratulations.
I was wrong.
Yeah, I was wrong.
Please, I repent.
Everything I said was wrong because these two.
Yes, right, because Gabourey Sidibe, who's probably somewhere north of what, 3 bills, 4 bills,
350.
Yeah, at least she's up there.
She's over 3.
Whew. Yeah, well, she's at least 3 bills. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, listen, I'm sure she's very nice. I'm sure she's a lovely woman, but she's.
I don't want no parts of that.
Can you imagine what sex must be like with those two?
Like, and this dude is a skinny dude. You got to see him. I mean, this guy looks like.
I saw what he looked like. I didn't see his whole body. I just saw her with the ring. I was like,
did you see her hands?
triangular fingers. Yes.
Yeah, them fat sausage fingers. God dang. I was like, yo.
Ring size, what, 14, 15?
And that ring size was small. I mean, it looked small.
Oh, did it pinch off her? Did it? His picture there, like, why is Gabby's finger turning blue with the ring? Oh, man. Oh, my God. Listen, Gabby, congratulations. We're not, no shade.
Yeah,
no shade.
Yeah,
hey, I'm happy for him. Listen, she's engaged. I'm not, right? It is what it is. She got a white boy. I mean, she got a white boy. It is what it is. The Marfuki man, $40, says for the Kings of the Manosphere. Thank you for helping me, and I hope to meet you both in person someday. Yes, I have and I don't want to tell anybody where this is at, but I think I have pretty much, depending on the number they give me, and I think I know what the number is going to be, and if it's that number, then it's definitely going down here. So, the Marfuki man, you will get a chance to meet us both, should Greg decide to come out to the event, the Conference of Masculine Excellence, late spring, early summer. Sheldon Ross, $10, says, great show, guys. Just dropping off my tuition. Thank you for that. Jason Bravo, $5, says, I'd take Candace Owens over Cardi B any day.
Oh, yeah, that's a no-brainer. That's a no-brainer.
Yeah, pick your poison there, right?
Right. Well, yeah. Candace, she can run her mouth.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Candace is physically attractive. There's just too much masculine energy with her. She just, I'm sure she's very nice, but I don't know, she's just not sexually attractive to me. Hashtag white girls. Daryl Davis, here we go. $5 says, I think white guys date black women more in my generation. I am happy for our sister, but somehow they think we care. Right. There you go. I'm happy for you. I don't give a damn. I really don't. If you care, then that's a you problem, as far as I'm concerned.
I don't see why men should care. Black men should care about that.
Yeah, right. I am really joking. $5 says, please discuss betas and alpha bodies like The Rock and LeBron James. Oh, he's one of those. So I am really joking is clearly a dude who hates LeBron, I suppose, because he's LeBron, right? Yeah. Just because you look like The Rock, just because you are LeBron does not mean you have game and can handle women. That's what it comes down to, right?
Right. Absolutely. I think The Rock's been divorced. Let's just go down to it.
And he's going to be twice.
He'll have enough. I mean, I hope he doesn't, but if you look at the dynamics there, that probably won't work out as well.
Probably not.
I think LeBron James basically was with his single mom. I mean, not a single mom, the woman that he impregnated.
Savannah James. Yeah.
They never married, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think they're even married. I don't think they're married technically. And if they are, they got married late. Like it was like years.
Well, she calls herself Savannah. Listen, marriage papers or not, he put like 2-3 kids in her.
Yeah.
She's got them.
So she's got the
bag. She got the bag.
She's got enough of it. And I think what we're confusing sometimes is alpha-ness on looks. Now they look alpha, but alpha is a mentality. I mean, look,
that's right.
It's a mentality. You're born with it. I mean, you can try to cultivate it or something like that. But I think, just because you're big and with muscles and a beard, that doesn't make you alpha.
Well, this is why girls shit test you, right? They see a tall, good-looking guy who appears to be confident, but then when they start talking to girls, it becomes clear to the girl that he's not really alpha. So the more alpha you look, the more leeway you get in the way of failing shit tests, right?
Yeah.
So a guy like me, I don't have as much shit test I guess margin. Right, exactly. I mean, I'm 6'1", but I'm not the best looking. I mean, I'm decent looking, but I'm not like like my friend Josh back east. Oh, dude, he's 6'4", blonde hair, blue eyes. My sister thought he was hot. I was like, oh, okay. Well, if my sister thinks he's hot, then this guy must be, because he's my friend. I mean, I'm not. He can have any woman he wants. He can fail shit test all day long. Not me. I don't really have.
Well, one thing on this, I've seen in person women dry up like the Sahara Desert when they approach a man that they thought was alpha. Yeah, and he's like, hey, good to meet you. Yeah, they fall right over. They're basically lying in his lap, and then he's a geek.
Yes,
and he doesn't know how to spit game.
That's right.
And you're looking at him as a short guy going, damn, he's lucky he got to even get through stage 4, where we always got to start at stage 1. I already got to start right here.
Man,
you know what I mean?
All the time.
So big guys, muscle guys, if you're struggling with women, it's because you don't have the game aspect. Right. But they'll let you get to a further point. Right. They let you get to the further point, but the fall is always much more precipitous because you got that far. Yep.
Listen, if you're a ripped guy, if you're a jacked guy, and you learn game, dude, you don't need to have a pot to piss in, bro. You don't need to have, listen, if you're jacked and you're ripped and you have game, fam, she's paying for the dates and she will gladly do it every time.
You can get over on her however you want. But we're talking about a small percentage of men.
Yeah,
This is a very, very small percentage of men that have this.
Well, here's the thing. Guys who are good looking or jacked or ripped or whatever have been since they were young, they don't really feel like they have to have game because women sort of throw themselves at them all the time.
Right.
Devin's brother, this guy is 30 years old. Dude, tall, dude, played rugby in college, tall, good looking. He's ripped and all that. He does like charter boats in Alaska. And I mean, the guy is a super stud, knows dick about women. Right. And it was funny because she was actually trying to lead him to like some red pill concept. I said, Dev, it's not a good idea. Not a good idea. So finally he just laid in. He's like, look, I don't have a problem with women. Maybe you're the one with the problem. I was like, I told you. I told you. But and this is why, and I don't see this. Hot girls are useless because they've never had to be useful. Well, it's the same thing with good-looking guys in game. Johnny Depp has been remember Johnny Depp? He was a teen heartthrob back in our day. Just got ran through the mill by Amber Heard. Listen, he's good looking. Yep. He's got looks. He's got sexy. He's got money. Still doesn't know dick about women.
Exactly.
Unbelievable. Whelp Colonel. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Red Pill Mike, $20 super chat in the house says smart people try to date value with value and not race with race. This is why low value white men and low value black women die inside when they see high value black men with high value white women. Wow. This guy, he either needs a channel or a blog.
Yeah, he needs some. I don't know what it is, I think, but he could really, because he's very insightful.
He is. Like, he's very insightful, accurate. Very well. Yeah. I'm almost mad that sometimes I feel kind of stupid reading his super chats. I'm like, damn, I should have been the first to say that to people. And he's actually super
good. But no, some of these guys in the comment section,
they know what's up, dude.
They know what's up. I don't know what it is, why they don't have a channel, or maybe they started, this didn't kick off. Maybe I don't know why, but some of the comments are better than some of the content.
Well,
like,
here's
I'm
what we
going, wow.
Here's what we have to understand. Not everybody is cut out to do this, right? Listen, we've seen the dude out there with a smartphone and an opinion, and it just doesn't work out. Some guys realize, you know what, I can't be a content creator, but I'm gonna tell you what, dude. Like, they drop these comments, they're incredible. Whelp Colonel, I assume Whelp Call says, "Hi, Donovan Coach. Black men will see in a white woman something they don't see in their households, stable family." Households. Well, here's the thing, and I don't want to be disingenuous with this. There are more broken white families than black families, but by sheer volume, right?
Right.
The percentages of black families that are broken probably much higher than percentages of white families that are broken. And maybe there's something to what he said, maybe not. But the reason why most black men I know don't date black women is because black women aren't feminine. That's what it comes down to. And like when black, the worst nightmare for a black mother is for her son to date white women, because that is a personal affront on her. When you choose to date white women, you are choosing to date. It's a direct affront on me. It's the same thing with white fathers and their white daughters, right?
What did I do wrong?
Exactly. And I'll tell you what they did wrong. Black mothers, you're not feminine enough. White fathers, you're not man enough. So when your sons and daughters go out into the world outside of you and they see other races of people being strong and or feminine, don't be surprised when they start commingling.
Exactly. Well, and I think a lot of times, like black families they want their kids to have a better life if they're still together. They'll move them out to suburbs and middle class areas, right? And so what ultimately is going to happen? This is what happened to me. This is what happened to me. So I went to a mixed high school. It was kind of black and Hispanic, and then I ended up at an all white high school. I mean, there was like 13 of us, right? So that was from junior year all the way through college, and
that's
right. That was the whole area.
That's
so the majority of the women, and that's at 15, 16, right? That's when you start getting your wheels going, right?
Yep.
Everybody that threw themselves at me were white.
We're white
women,
girls,
right?
That's right.
So my school was 93 or 94% white, right?
Yeah.
So that's
what am I supposed to do, right?
What am I supposed to do? Say no, there were like 3 black women in the whole school.
Even if you would have ran through them.
What am I going to say? I'm going to save myself for those 3 or go over here. You know what I mean? Like, so black families that go to the middle class and they try to ascend to the upper class when they have children and they get them to the good schools, those boys are going to lean towards the white girls, or
simply because they're just more abundant. They're there.
It's just numbers. It's numbers.
Yeah.
So you got to think about that.
I think it's a combination of both. My mother was not a good mom. Mom, love you to death. Happy Mother's Day. She just had a birthday, but my mom was not feminine. She just didn't act like a feminine woman. I didn't know. So I go to school with these white girls and they're smiling and they're just so blissfully and stupidly nice. Right. It's just so
you can't even believe.
Yeah, you're like, what the hell is going on here? Like I'm used to bitches talking out of the side of their
right
neck.
away. Yeah.
Right.
Sucking their teeth.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
Dude.
You're right. You know.
So now these pretty white girls are actually talking to me, looking me in the eye, calling me, and I'm like, holy moly.
Right.
So yeah, my high school sweetheart, beautiful girl, blonde hair, green eyes. Her name was Jill. My mother hated her. It was so funny. She absolutely hated her. But I mean, listen, this is what happens. White fathers, grow a backbone. Black mothers, well, y'all gonna listen anyway. So still sleeping, bro. $5 says new Coach Gang member here. It's true what you say about sisters. I married one, and it was the worst mistake ever. Two people can't wear the pants.
Two people, yeah. There's a problem in their mating ritual.
Yes,
black women,
yes.
where sometimes they are abrasive to be funny. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about?
They don't mean to be,
and they're not trying to be over the top.
Yeah.
Early on, but it comes off as abrasive. It's not funny. They think they're being cute,
right?
And then eventually they're giving you a preview of what she's gonna be anyway, right?
They can't.
So
help
they
it.
can't help themselves. The problem is they don't listen.
It's the culture.
And so
man.
I don't even know what this is. This is why I don't work with them. I don't work on them. They're helpless and hopeless. Good luck with them.
Yeah. Hey, look, listen, more power to you. Listen, if you guys want your Gabourey Sidibe's, like I got, like, I'm not mad at you. Right. And a lot of times I feel sorry for them because most black people are raised by black women, right? The black community is run by black women. Yep. And black women feel like it is their birthright to wear the pants in the family.
Yep.
It just now, of course, well, you know what? Niggas ain't shit. Okay, cool. That may very well be true, but it is what it is. Like, I mean, like, what is it? Our fault? No. What it comes down to is black women take on a very masculine personality, and the black women who figure out early that, hey, you know what? Maybe this masculinity thing, maybe this strong black woman mantra I've been singing for the last 5 years isn't working. Maybe there's hope for those. Maybe there's hope for those women, but
it ain't gonna work. I mean, not in today's age. Just a disaster.
Dude, once they get past 18, it's a wrap.
It's over.
And the bars probably get lower. The Marfuki man says, I can't stand LeBron ever since he wore that suit that had shorts for the pants with the design.
I know what you're talking about.
What was
that meme? That meme where he got up and packed his bag and then he picked it up like a purse. Well, the thing about LeBron.
This is masculinity, man.
Yeah. I try not to let his off the court antics taint my opinion of him.
His basketball prowess.
He's a great athlete, but the stuff he does is backwards as hell.
It is.
I mean, from the tip, from all the way down. I mean, everything he talks about, everything he does. And he's an insecure Michael Jordan.
He really is. And
he's
I
an insecure Michael Jordan.
Like
Michael Jordan was so secure in himself.
Yeah.
And then you have LeBron, who is the insecure version of Michael Jordan. It's just like Jordan's alter ego.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and it's bad. It always comes off bad.
Oh my
God.
He tries.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, I think it was Laura Ingraham famously told him to shut up and dribble.
Right.
And he took it. Well, you shouldn't. All right. Well, whatever. LeBron's he's probably one of the top 3 greatest players I've ever seen.
Sure.
I watched Jordan. I watched Kobe. I've watched LeBron.
Yeah.
He's in my top 3 in no particular order, but off the court. Yeah, but whatever. I mean, do what you want to do. He's worth $500 million. He'd be a billionaire soon enough.
Whatever. Yeah.
Takeem Hilton, 2.0, $2 or $5. So shout out to Donovan and Coach Greg Adams. Shout out to Donovan Sharpe. Much love. Family in the building. We out here in these streets. Did he just shoot a shot at my girl?
He did.
Hey, Dev. So Takeem Hilton 2.0 wants to holler. So Takeem, I'll hit you with Dev's phone number. Listen, I know he's being respectful. It's all good.
He's shooting the shot. Yeah.
Hey man, like for real, like if you want to, I mean, like this is all good. She just opened the door. She said yes.
She's giving you a shot.
Okay, yeah, she's gonna give it to you right now. Okay. All right.
No shot.
She wants your number.
Here's
a very, very good question. Says Coach, how do you red pill your male children without jading their views on women. I don't want to indoctrinate my boys, but at the same time, I want them to be prepared. I am very concerned about their future. You fellas are awesome and spreading the message. It's nice to see some sanity prevailing in the world. How? Yeah. So you have a daughter and a son.
Yeah. So I have a 13-year-old son, and that guy watches my live streams. He's probably watching now. What's up?
Wow. Holy shit.
And I'm like, I'm like, why are you watching? You know what I mean? But he's like, he just wants to know. So I'm thinking of the stuff that I say. I'm like, boy, I'm way over his head.
Oh, wow.
But here's the deal. I think you have to do it a little bit at a time.
Yeah.
And let them experience what we don't want them to, what we don't want them to do is avoid those heartbreaks, avoid trying to lay down with a woman, get his first little rub or some peace leave. Right. Let them get all that stuff. Let the woman manipulate them, and then you debrief them after. Yeah, let them stomp on it. Then you debrief.
Right. Because here's what happened.
Yeah.
I love it.
This is where you messed up because if we tell them, go your own way. If we tell kids that age don't need to go their own way.
No, they do not.
They need to learn. So when they're 25, they know, I just keep my head on straight.
There you go.
And plow.
If you tell the 15-year-old kid to go his own way after his first heartbreak, eventually he's going to relapse. Because when he turns 25, he's going to be like, well, I've been going my own way now for 10 years. I wonder what the regular way is like. And now you're really going to get played because you really don't know.
Yeah, you need to go through all these cycles. Yes. Because we are here because we messed up so many times, right?
Right, absolutely.
We're here because we learn and learn and learn and learn. But when we're telling guys to like, okay, watch out for this.
Yes.
So if you do date, you're watching out for it.
Sure.
Right?
Yes.
You're not going, I'm not going to date so I don't have this happen to me.
Right.
When you're young, you need to go through that. It's just a part of the process.
I think it's a rite of passage. Every boy needs to have you need to have your heart broken several times before you finally, because I mean, nobody ever gets their heart broken once and then finds the red pill.
Right.
Nope. Not all women are like that. They again and again and again. It took me 32 years. It probably took you just as long. Yeah. That's what it takes. But yeah, I agree. I think it's very fortunate that your kid knows what you are, because this is how he is being raised. So he's still going to get stomped on. He's still going to skin his knee, but he's going to be much less susceptible to the bigger threats. And I think that's a good thing for your kid for sure. Yeah. We know one thing he's not doing. He's not making breakfast for women who can't make their own breakfast. That's for damn sure. That.
Yeah. See those things. He can see the contradiction between the girls at school and what they're saying. He can see manipulation way more than the younger. So he's starting to see, dude, these young guys, they're already calling dudes simps. Like, that's a big word.
I swear to God.
Word on the playground.
Man,
like, they are like, he got a girlfriend, he's a simp. Now, he's
wow.
Simp. So they don't know what it means, but
that's the word.
You know what I mean? That's the word. They don't have no problem throwing out simp.
He's simping.
Yeah, right.
Like, do you know what simping means? What are you, 12?
Yeah. I'm like, it looked like he's smashing to me. But,
right. Well, you can be smashing and simping, but Junior, we'll cover that in the next chapter.
Let's debrief.
Yes, debrief. I like the debrief. Okay, Junior, here's what happened. Horace Vu with the $5 super chat. Shout out to him. I actually did a consultation with him. Chioder says, quick question for you both. 55, took the red pill at 54, been homeless but fought my way back to stable. Money in the bank, government job, savings is nice and fixing credit. But I feel like it's too late. Is it? No.
Too late for what?
I guess too late to have found the red pill, right?
Oh no.
Listen, he's 54. A 54-year-old man on the sexual marketplace is akin to, I would say, about a 35-year-old woman.
Yeah.
Right. And it might not even be that old, because there are 55-year-old. Devin and I, we were at a restaurant for Thanksgiving. Yep. There was a dude, silvery gray hair, had now she had a leg sleeve tattoo. Okay. But this chick was fully hot. That guy was probably in his 50s. That chick didn't look like she was a day over 30. Right. So just because you're 54, I guess his real question is it too late for me to have fun with younger women? No. The answer is no.
I mean, it depends on what you look like too. So I don't know. We don't. That's the missing link right now. Right, I mean, you could be out of shape. Yeah. Right. So
if he gets himself into shape, there's nothing.
Let me tell you something. In my area, we have a high divorce rate, and we have a lot of guys, educated doctors, lawyers. They get divorced in that 50-year-old, and they talk to me because they know I do this. They get divorced. That's when they get divorced. That's when, because the wife goes off the rails.
Okay.
Right,
So it's their choice to get the divorce.
Either one.
Oh,
but they end up being divorced. So what happens is they find themselves on the market, but they can't believe the amount of younger women that they're getting. They're like, man, my friend just got divorced. He's 50. He's a doctor. He's a dentist. He's whatever. And he's dating 25-year-old.
There you go.
And I'm going,
there it is.
Dude, listen, it depends on where you live, but I see it happening right in front of my face. I live in a place where it's gold digger central,
of course,
or whatever it is. There's a lot of younger women throwing themselves at men that have their stuff together.
Well, here's the thing. I don't think, and this is the thing. Yeah. I don't think that makes, now there are some women who, to me, a gold digger is a woman who dates multiple men just because they're rich. That to me is a gold digger. But I've never been one to shame a woman for making money or for resources a top priority. I don't, because my top priority is the way a woman looks, right? A woman's looks is her currency. Our resources are our currency. All of that said, listen, it doesn't really, I think it doesn't matter where you live. A 25-year-old women aren't dating. They'll smash 25-year-old guys. They're not dating 25-year-old guys, man. 23-year-olds aren't dating 23-year-old guys. No, they're dating guys in their mid-30s, sometimes even in their 40s and 50s, because these guys have resources. That's what it comes down to. So
you do find the hopeless romantic couples that stay together in that same age range, right? Because they figure they're going to grow and get married. But for the most part, there's always some age gap.
Yes,
especially the more attractive women.
Of course,
the least attractive women are always going to stay in that same age pot.
That's a good point.
You know what I mean? Like, y'all, I'm 24 and I'm in love. We're going to get married. They always stay with a 24, 25-year-old guy.
Wow.
When they're more attractive, you don't see them dating no dudes their same age. They go right up. They skip up.
Dude, when I was out here running in these streets, dude, all of the girls I banged, dude, I was banging it. Dude, I met this chick when she was 19 years old, 3 weeks after she fleeced a guy into getting her a boob job. I banged her on and off for almost 2.5 years. And even when, dude, the day I'm getting ready to leave for Pennsylvania, she still hit me. If you asked me to marry you, I had to block her. But all the girls I was smashing, dude, 18, 19, 25, I did mess with Cougar some, but dude, I can't count on, I don't know, maybe 2 hands, because I smashed a lot of girls out there. I can't count on 2 hands how many chicks I smashed in their 30s, right? I smashed a lot of women in their 40s, because women in their 40s, they get the boob jobs and the whole Cougar thing. But they were all in their 20s. All of them in their 20s. I'm 35, 36. So this is how it is, man.
It is.
So to answer that guy's question, no, it is absolutely not too late.
Yeah, I don't think
it's not
so.
too late.
No.
Takeem Hilton says, no disrespect. Dude, this is why I joked around with you, because, and listen, I appreciate you guys shouting out Dev, because she's instrumental in this. Don't be afraid to shout out Dev. It's all good. I was just making fun there. Seeker of Truth, $10, says, my female cousins said to me when I went to Belgium for my job, quote, if you come back with one of them white women, I will disown you. They said it jokingly, but they meant it.
Of course.
Well, I guess we ain't family no more. We ain't family no more. Amar Kermani with the $5 super chat says, Title IX has a clause where men's athletic teams number should be the same as ladies in universities. Players were asking me to speak up or do something.
Well, I worked in college athletics. I know what he's talking about.
Oh, okay.
So he sounds like he's a college athlete. He's talking about.
Yeah.
What happens is there's along the time of all these civil rights acts and these women's rights acts, Title IX was the incentive that women should have equity in education. Across the board.
I agree with that.
And, most people will agree, but the caveat in Title IX was that it should represent whatever the campus population is. So now, say for instance, the campus, back then, 20, 30 years ago, the campus population was probably 50-50, 60%, 40% male. Now it's 60% women, 40% male. So now what happens is the scholarships have to reflect that. 60% of the scholarships have to go to female athletes. And only 40% go to it. That's the caveat of Title IX. So if
I didn't realize
so that's what creates the confusion. So that's why most colleges will only have 9 men's sports and 15 women's sports, because they have to balance out that 60%.
Right.
So they put
because they're
rifle,
not they're not letting Raekwon Jones, the 6'5" guard out of East come. They're not letting him go because of Title IX. Well, listen, underwater basket weaving poke. Let's form a ladies team so we can. I did not know that's what they did.
Baseball and wrestling and all of these little minor sports for men. And then they'll put in rifling and rowing and tennis, archery, lacrosse, and they'll put all of that on the women's side. So that's what happens in men's sports. So men end up losing And this is a situation where women have an advantage. And when they have the advantage and we call it out, they says, oh, well.
Yeah,
See,
right.
Oh, well, hey, that's just the way it goes.
Right. Life isn't fair.
Yeah. And you're going, oh, okay, we going to play that game? That's when you have to play hardball with them. So,
wow, man. I didn't know that Title IX went that far.
It's brutal.
Man,
yeah,
good Lord. I always thought Title IX was just another hashtag Me Too thing.
Well, they used Title IX. This is when at Baylor.
Oh,
because it had to do with athletics. So they use Title IX
Bryles.
because there's equity in education. It's not just sports.
Right.
So the equity is you're not recognizing sexual assault. You're disenfranchising me because you see what I'm saying? Like,
oh
dude,
God,
yeah. In terms of how women use the government to get their way, and later on, this Baylor thing, Art Bryles was actually this. I know people are like, "What the hell you guys talking about?" But
oh, dude,
Art
just
Bryles
look it up.
Yeah, Art Bryles was later vindicated, saying he knew nothing about this. He's coaching high school football in Texas. I just listened to an interview 2 months ago.
It won't be long before he finds himself back. Well, do you think that they would let him back in?
It's going to be difficult. No, but it's going to be difficult. But he actually could have got a couple of jobs recently, and they didn't do it. But
right.
But he was vindicated when at first they were saying he knew about things, but it later came out that he didn't know anything, and he hit nothing.
Dude.
So. What happens is when women get disenfranchised, they don't have any direction. They use the government, and then they create all of this chaos. And then we hashtag believe all women. And then as a result, people get fired and lose jobs, and money starts moving around.
Dude,
and then
Art
later
Bryles
on,
had that.
Yeah, he had the program going.
Dude, Baylor was awesome when he was there.
Exactly.
Dude, well, Josh Gordon went to Baylor, but
right.
And
dude,
Laquan Treadwell,
the Robert Griffin,
RG3.
RG3.
Oh my God, yes.
So. If you look at what happened is the fallout, some of those stories were fraud. They were not
I did
accurate.
not even know.
And he lost his job, the athletic director, the president of the school. And all because these women over here
just said something.
That's how difficult it is.
Now, to be clear, one of the players that was indicted of the assault. He was convicted and he's in jail.
Right.
But what you're telling me is that Art Bryles didn't know about it, nor did he cover it up.
No, and it came out that he was vindicated for not knowing these things. So,
and he'll never sniff another college football job again.
He'll be coaching high school ball in Texas, Friday Night Lights. You know what I mean? Christ. So it's crazy.
Whatever team he's coaching has got to be pretty damn good. Art Bryles is a hell of a coach.
Yeah,
dude.
I think they went state.
Of course they did.
Right.
He's Art Bryles.
Yeah.
Redville Mike, $5 says, I start making content when I'm ready to leave corporate America. I work with about 80% women. I keep my RP mentality very close to the vest. Yes, very smart Mike. Very smart.
Yep.
Laddie Bo, $10 says, thank you both for what you do. It's very difficult for me to speak millennial-ese, things of that nature. A. Sanchez, $15 says, excellent, gentlemen. Keep it up. Coach is a father. What is your approach to raising your daughter? That's a very broad question, but if you can sort of sum that up.
You try to see, this is for the guys that want to have kids. What if I want to have kids? Okay, but if you have a daughter, she's going to be a teenage daughter. She's going to be on social media. You're going to turn her over to public school indoctrination camp.
That's right.
They are going to be influenced. I see it with my child, and I see it with her friends, and I coached all the kids in the community. They lean towards being the victim. It's female nature. Female nature is female nature, whether it's your mother, your daughter, your girlfriend, or these girls in the street.
This happened to me.
Yeah. Female nature is female nature, and she is doing what she naturally is going to do.
Right.
Now, you just got to make sure you understand that you can't manipulate me.
Yes.
So I'd make sure she knows there ain't manipulating me. Don't try that BS here. So if you're not feeling good or you're emotional, go to your room. There ain't going to be none of that, right? And that way she can at least see that there's a man that doesn't go for it. And then she'll recognize the guys that will and won't. Right. It'll be a strategic effort for her.
It'll almost be like it's almost like she'll automatically know, okay, I'm more attracted to guys who don't put up with my shenanigans than guys that do. How about that?
Or she'll say, if I want to manipulate a guy, I recognize the signs on the guys that ain't going to get manipulated.
I'm going to
go over here. Dude, women are going to be women. Women are going women.
Listen, Devin has, and I don't think you met Olivia while you were there. I think she was with her mom. But Devin has a 12-year-old niece. She'll actually be, I think she's supposed to be like 13 in, I think, March or something. And we have her over maybe 2-3 times a week. Beautiful girl, very intelligent. She talks all the time because she's a preteen, right?
Yep.
And it's funny. She will test me sometimes, right? Just for fun, she'll test me.
Yep.
She'll be like, Uncle Donovan, I'm going to go and play outside with my friends. I'm like, I'm sorry, you're telling me you're going to go play outside and she'll sit there and look at me. I'm like, no, come on back.
Yeah, right.
Come
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
let's walk that back. And she's laughing while she's walking back because she knows I don't play that.
Yeah,
she knows. So listen, that's the best I can do in that regard. But yeah, all you can be is you got to be masculine and just your women are very emotional and victim mentality.
Yeah.
But when they're young, kids are smart, man. And when your daughter sees that you're the type of man who doesn't take any BS, she doesn't even know that that's what she wants. But when she gets out there on the world, she'll be like, oh, you know what? Yeah, that guy's like my dad. That guy's not. I like him better than I like him.
Exactly.
That's okay. Well,
and the one thing is, I coached athletes that had strong, stern fathers. This is what you don't do, gentlemen. This is what you don't do. You don't lock them in the room like Rapunzel and tell them they don't fucking come out. You know what I mean?
Right.
Don't do that. No. Because when they get to college campus, they're gonna fornicate with about 8 guys in 3 days in the bushes. They're gonna let loose, and I've seen it. The kids that had the stern, strict fathers,
they always go the craziest.
They went the craziest in the first 3 weeks of school. They went the craziest.
Getting banged out by everybody,
because they never got let out the room.
Right.
The dad was always like, you be here at this time. You got to let them go out a little bit, give them a little bit of rope, pull them back.
Right. That way, when they get a little bit of freedom, they know how to act.
Yeah.
I'm doing my very best to make sure Olivia does not go to college. I'm like, Devin, we got to pull Kathy aside. Kathy keeps talking about Olivia's college fund, and I'm just like, oh no.
It's a tough one.
Listen, she's a good dude. She's going to be a good looking girl, man. And I'm just like, dude, look, I don't want to have to freaking kill anybody.
You know what happens to girls when they go to college, bro?
Dude, they get ran through.
And I don't care what these women say. Not me when I was in college.
Oh, of course
Where's
you
my
were.
buzzer?
Yeah,
bro. Yeah. I wanted to hit my buzzer.
That was a lie.
Yeah, that's it.
This is what they do. Even girls who are raised with strong fathers, it doesn't take. Listen, girls who are raised by strong fathers, good 2-parent homes, that doesn't mean that they're going to be impervious to the temptations of college. All it really does is delay the ride on the carousel. Exactly. That's all it does.
That's all it does.
Okay, so you have a girl who is locked up like Rapunzel and a girl who had a well-rounded family. Well, the girl who was locked up like Rapunzel, dude, she's banging dudes after orientation. It might take her until maybe Thanksgiving break to get her first little piece of action. But once she gets that first little piece of action, it is all downhill from there. Man.
They opened Pandora's box. She opened it up.
It is a mathematical certainty that she is going to get ran through. The better a father you are, the longer it's going to take for her to get ran through.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all there is to it.
Like you said, November, Christmas break, when she comes back for second semester.
Spring break?
It's going to happen. Yeah, by spring break, it's a wrap.
Oh,
and you just got to let that happen. That's just what it is.
Man, oh, man. Yeah, I can't. I don't want Olivia to be locked up like Rapunzel. And I try to have adult conversations with her. And it's funny because sometimes I'll ask her to do something and she'll be like, but then I was like, no, there's no back talk here, sweetheart. Like that's just the way it is with me because she's a really good kid. I don't want her to grow up as a spoiled brat. Deadly Ed Lee, very interesting screen name there. $10 says, is there a way to have a kid without the responsibility of raising him, the cost of child support, but at the same time ensure that he has a solid future? Maybe surrogate mom, adoption, sperm bank, etc. He answered his own question. So basically, he wants to. I think he misread this. He said basically he doesn't want to get trapped by a baby mama. Okay. Is there a way for men to have kids without all of the risks that come with having children with a woman? He answers his own question. Adoption, sperm bank, etc.
Sperm bank, surrogacy.
Yeah, that's the only
way. But most men won't do that because they want the blue pill fantasy.
Sure.
They want to fall in love. She loves me for me. And we're having romantic sex and we created a baby. And we're going to raise them and family pictures. See, that's what you want. Right. So when you say, well, I don't want to do surrogacy, that's because you want a blue pill relationship.
There you go.
Okay, let's just call it what it is. Right. But surrogacy is cheaper. Then you remove the aspect of a manipulative parent.
There you go.
You remove the co-parenting. There's a whole bunch of things you remove, but you just got to pay up front.
Not only that, if you should happen to date a woman, guess what? Exactly. She ain't got no claim on your kid, right? None. And get this, being a single father is not a detriment to a man on the dating market like being a single mother is. Father with a child, a father with a girl, single father with a girl, bro, you might as well have a puppy.
Dude, let me tell you something. When I posted my children on Instagram, that was a peacefully pass. I'm telling you. It was the easiest way to get women.
Oh, by
being a good father.
Wow.
They love that.
Yes.
The problem is you're going to attract the single mothers who their husband
they want the Brady Bunch,
them, right?
Yeah, they want the Brady Bunch.
So they want the Brady Bunch.
Right.
So which for me is a no-go. All right, hell no. I'm not raising your damn bastard kid.
No.
Hell no.
And this is funny. So women would say, well, you're a single father. Why don't you date single mothers? Because I don't want to. Exactly. Well, how is that fair? Doesn't have to be fair. Well, I think that's a double standard. Okay.
Yeah. Right.
I mean, I just don't give a damn.
Right.
And I'm telling you right now, I'm not saying go out and have kids as a man just to get women, because you'll eventually end up with more kids.
Right. Yeah.
But men who are single fathers, listen, you guys are dude, I'm gonna tell you what, men who are single fathers are more attractive to women than single men. That's the way it is.
It's
all day.
It's not even close.
Nope.
It's not even close. When I'm with my kids, women pay more attention to me. It's a no-brainer.
That's
and
wonderful.
Matter of fact, my daughter's like right at my shoulder, right?
Oh, wow. Okay.
And so she's 14, gonna be 15, right? So they see me with her, they're like, what the this guy just got teenage kids. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, and I'm, they're well behaved. They ain't popping off at the mouth.
Yeah.
People all the time, man, your kids are so well behaved.
Wow.
Dude. So for single women single mothers that say, well, why is it different that single fathers don't have a black eye? Because we actually look like we're being responsible.
Yes.
Like, you know what I mean? Like you
yes.
look like you were irresponsible.
Like,
no matter
I
how
look at you, you're on your phone.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly. Yeah. Kids all misbehaving, they snotty nose, you know what I'm saying? Like
out of pocket,
acting up. And then my kids are in line. All right. So who's going to be, who looks like the better option?
Yeah. Right.
I look like, and typically what women want to do, obviously with me, is they like, okay, he's interested in having kids and taking care of kids. He might want to do that again.
Ooh.
That's what brings them in. So I get,
not with you.
I get, no, hell no. Exactly. Mm-mm. And so what cuts many relationships off with me is when I say, I don't want any more kids.
Oh yeah. And then they're like,
all right, then they go. But if I say, hey, I'm open to having more kids,
that's game.
That's it. I don't need game. All I need is my kids to show
That's
up.
all you got to do.
And then say, hey, I'm looking for my boo. I want to have more kids. Dude, it's over.
Oh my God. That's the cheat code.
That's a cheat code. Yeah.
It's funny. Every once in a while, I'll take Olivia to get ice cream or Chuck E. Cheese. I actually had to buy a wedding ring. And I'll tell you why. Because I've taken Olivia out. God, probably I've actually taken her out several times, and I'll just take her because she gets good grades in school. I'll take her, hey, if you get good grades in school, because her mother doesn't really have that much money. And so, we try to help out. And so I'll be like, hey, Olivia, if you get good grades in school, I'll take you to get ice cream. I'll take you to Chuck E. Cheese, or I'll take you to the mall, or whatever the case may be. And so, gosh, she was like 9 or 10. I'm walking around. I'm just walking around. We'll go to Target, whatever the case may be. Yep. And it took me a while, but people were looking at us funny. And I was like, why are they looking at me funny? I come home and I even think about it. Just later on the day, Olivia's gone. I'm like, yeah, people just keep looking at me when I'm walking around with Olivia. And Devin's like, and I'm like, what's the deal? She says, dude, you're black. She's white. Yeah, right. They're assuming that there are things that are going that shouldn't be going on. I was like, oh my God. I was like, I said, but why would I just be out? She said, it doesn't matter. People will still make those assumptions. That's a tough one. So she said, the way you need to do it, you need to wear a wedding ring. So I had to go and buy a wedding ring. So, and it sits in, like we have a little table by our front door, just, change and keys and junk. Anytime I'm going to be out with Olivia by myself, I got to wear that wedding ring. So people don't think any bad thoughts. Yeah. That's definitely not a peace leave magnet.
That's the police magnet right there. They gonna call the police on
my God, holy Jesus Christ! It was funny because she told me one time. She says, if somebody calls the police, I'm gonna tell them you kidnapped me. I'm like, you better not.
That'd be the end of you.
So you'll get no more ice cream. Oh, she loves it. It's funny. Takeem Hilton 2.0 says, my coach Greg Adams says, we strapped out here in these streets. Much love to my fam, Donovan and Coach. Sorry, Dev Sharpe, for the shout out. It's okay, man. You can shout out Dev. It's all right, man. Like, if you want to holler, like, seriously, if you want to, like, holler. Like,
get in there.
Get out of my hair. I could because I care. Oh, right. Wow. Raekwon. Oh, I'm sorry. Black Love 79 says Raekwon Jones. Oh, did I say Raekwon Jones? Daryl Davis, another $5 says, I'm going to Baylor in Belton, Texas. LOL, they have the best occupational therapy. I thought Baylor was in Waco.
I don't know where that part is. Yeah,
I think the only other, I think Mike Singletary, I think went to Baylor, but Baylor used to be super.
They don't got a lot of black people there.
Yes, of course.
This is and it's a small school.
Yeah, it's Texas.
It's a small school.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's like 9,000 students.
Oh wow, that is a small school, and they have a D1 football team.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, most of those schools in Texas, I believe, Rice and SMU, they're all small schools.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, SMU is where Eric Dickerson went.
Yeah. And then Rice might have 5,000 students.
What?
Wow. Those are small schools. Yeah.
How about that? Only talented people there. Matthew Henry with the $7 Canadian says, in 2016, I lost everything after failed business venture. In 2020, I'm worth 62,000 and rising. You guys inspired me to document my journey on YouTube. Very good. Go check out his channel. Oran Farnch, $5 says, somebody put a turkey in front of these two. Yeah, right.
That'd be good. Yeah.
Happy Thanksgiving. Geeky Anomaly, $5 says, you shouldn't over shelter any child, boy or girl. Yeah. The smaller you make the cage, the more the bird freaks out when it escapes. Dude, real talk. Yeah. Brandon Carroll, $5 says, I enjoy you and Coach's conversations. Very good. Okay. All right. So let's see. All right. Here's another question. This is actually pretty good. It says, seeing that Coach Greg Adams is also a fitness trainer, what advice would he give to someone trying to venture into that field as a side hustle, given how saturated it is?
Good question.
That is
on
a good
that
question.
One. That's a good question. As a side hustle, it could be a problem because the hours are gonna be they're gonna interfere with your regular 9-to-5 job, right?
Yeah.
So, like, typically a fitness trainer is going to work when everyone else is not working, right? So no one's working between 5 and 8, and then weekends and 4 o'clock. So that's when you're going to be working. But a lot of times your clients will be like I train a lot of soccer moms.
Yeah.
After the husbands go to work, they drop the kids off of school. Then 8:30, 9:30, 10:30, right? I'm busy.
Oh, wow.
So how are you going to do that when you're at work?
Wow.
Right?
Yeah.
How you going to do that?
Side hustle. It's almost like you have to go all in, right?
You have to, yeah. I would say most businesses, you have to go all in. It's difficult to do it on the side.
Sure.
But if you can, you're going to be working weekends and early in the morning, 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning. Just be ready for that. But it's a good business to go into. I would say, number one, your body better reflect.
Yes. Yes.
If you look like now, okay, let me clear this up. Your body better reflect that you can train somebody.
Yes.
So my body is good enough. And it was good enough when I started the business. It was really good. So it helped. Now, veteran trainers can get away with not having the best body.
Sure.
Because they already had the clientele and everybody knows him. They're like, oh, he knows. So you will see veteran trainers not very look in shape. They're not cut and all that stuff.
Right. But they have, they've got a track record. They have proven results.
Proven result, word of mouth. People know them. So I would say if you're going to get into it, you better look good.
No, I agree. Dude, Dev's personal trainer, dude, this chick is like she is like ripped. Like for real.
Yeah.
That'll
help.
That will definitely help.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, this is an interesting question. He says, Coach, I struggle with staying motivated for success, mostly after learning about Red Pill and MGTOW. Previously, I always stayed motivated because I knew I'd get hotter women. But now that I have no trust in women after 20 plus years of failed relationships, it seems a bit pointless to chase success as I once did. I have plenty of savings and my life is simple to maintain without the extra cost of women and children involved. What makes both of you guys to keep chasing success when we all know women and material items don't equal true long-term happiness? Wow.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm not chasing material items. You know what I mean? Like most of the stuff I'm doing is either to leave a legacy or to leave something, leave an impact. So it's kind of like, you're seeing me on here. You're seeing all these guys say, oh, you helped me out. You helped me out.
Yeah, that's the most gratifying.
That's rewarding. You know what I mean? Like there's a financial incentive to it, but I don't wake up going, all right, I'm going to chase this dollar. You know what I mean? I'm going, all right, how can I put something together to help more people? Right. And I'm not trying to sound like an angel, but what I'm saying is, if you can't make an impact other than material things, right, your life's going to be very shallow.
Right.
Same thing with women.
Right.
If you're just chasing women and I laid this and I got laid that, man, I mean, how shallow is that?
Dude, I mean, listen, I was shallow out here in these streets, man. Like,
and it goes away, man. That whole thing goes away after you bang and bang and bang. You bang enough women, you're just like, all right, what's next? You know what I mean?
Right.
Everything else is going to be.
I figured it out. Yeah. What's next? Yeah.
Exactly. I figured it out. Time to move on. So
listen, you nailed it. It's legacy for me, man.
Right.
I never thought that I would ever be in this position. I never thought that I would be in a position where I would be guiding and motivating and changing the lives of men. That is an awesome responsibility, and it's not one that I take lightly. So what motivates me is not leading men astray. When I'm dead and gone, I know that more people will know about me than I do. See, most people know about the same amount of people that people know them, right?
That's right.
But you and I, listen, I don't know 100,000 people, right?
Exactly.
But I don't know. I think I've got like 13 million views on my channel. To me, that's mind-boggling. Yeah. So the more influence I get, the more I feel a responsibility to make sure that I bring my A game every single time, make sure that I'm presenting good, solid information that is really, really going to help men. That's what motivates me.
It is. And I mean, you can see we're in Vegas. We're not even in our home turf and we're doing this.
Right.
We don't have to be doing this, right?
No, we don't.
And I think sometimes content creators, they want to do content, but they wouldn't be consistent enough because they don't understand the purpose that they're doing it. When people I see people name their channels stuff that I say, you know what I'm saying? Or they hashtag free agent lifestyle. To me, I'm going, damn, that right there is big.
Yes.
Because I'm just a guy. You know what I'm saying? Like I was just talking about it. I'm just a regular guy. I was like, okay, but you look, people want to watch me. That's good. I'm gonna go out there and have people watch me, but I'm not sitting around going, I'm making an important I'm making an important impact for men. That's not what I do. I'm saying people need some information. I'm gonna give them a bit of information. And if 2 people watch it, good. If 2,000 people are watching it, good.
It's to me, don't get me wrong. I love the fact that I'm growing and everything is growing, but that comes with a lot of pressure, man. And when we got 1,400 people watching on Thanksgiving night. On Thanksgiving.
It's crazy.
And when I see numbers like that, it really, I don't know, like it does something to me. I think, okay, what can I do to give these guys better information? Like if I were to keel over and die right now, it would be very humbling for people to actually mourn my death because I made a positive impact on somebody's life. So that's what motivates me. That's what motivates me. Is leaving a legacy and being a legacy, dude. Leaving a legacy. That's probably the most important thing that you should have. Also, the reason why he's having trouble staying motivated is because he was once motivated by women, right? That was the problem. Same thing happened to me out in Vegas. I was motivated by women. And all of a sudden, like the bottom dropped out. I was like, why am I not like, dude, I remember I was approaching girls and I didn't get that adrenaline rush anymore. Exactly. I was like, I had no idea what was happening. Well, eventually I figured it out. So, let's see. Takeem, hold on. I think I missed one more. Okay, never mind. Takeem Hilton, 2.0, $10 says Donovan and Coach Greg Adams, the stars have aligned. 2 of my favorite YouTubers on Cuz Fam. I think I messed that up. He said, what is it? Oh, much love out here in these streets. Simps, stop dating single mothers that have a phone full of simps. Very good. Absolutely.
That's another piece of game there. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
All right. This will be the last question that we'll do because I gotta upload my my course Womanese Volume 3 and get all that stuff taken care of. Oh boy. He said, Coach, comparison of renting women versus leasing them versus marriage, traveling around the world to rent them, or even having a wife, family in a third world country where you can't get divorce EPARD. Thanks, brother. So what he's asking you is he's talking about the renting women, I guess hiring a professional versus being a globetrotter, international player, or having a family while living in a third world country.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on
those
that?
Those are all options to men that some men will call you either a beta or a simp, whether you pick them or you can't get women if you do this. I would say don't concern yourself with that because there's options for you out here because we talked about surrogacy for men who want to have children. It's the same thing. If you believe that renting a woman for whatever purpose you need them for and paying her to leave is going to work for you, then do it. All right. Leasing would be like a girlfriend, right? Like you would never marry her, but you would keep her around long enough where friends would benefit. That would be a lease to me. Okay. All right. I'm going to keep you around for 6 months to a year or whatever. And if it doesn't work out, I just wash my hands. Right.
Like when you start to catch feelings and get on my nerves, that's
get on my nerves, or it just doesn't work out. And I think the family overseas thing. I heard a guy, I can't remember his name. He spoke at the 21 convention. I think his name is Brule. And Steve Brule or something like that. Anyway, he was talking about having family overseas and he basically was working out the math. He said, you're going to see your kid overseas as much as you would see your kid here. Right. And I was sitting there going, I was like,
yeah, it's real talk.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, if you get into a divorce situation or something like that, yeah, the 4 times that you go to Dominican Republic and pay for your family over there, probably about the same amount of time. Whatever.
Yeah, how's that any different, right?
How's it any different from what you're doing here, working your fingers to the bone? So I look at it and say, look, you got to find out what's the best option for you. I think now the good benefit of our channel is we're giving men options. Right?
Yeah.
Before all you guys had was blue pill.
Yep,
blue pill, get married, go down the line, you get divorced, suck it up, find another one. Well, at least you have options. But look, it has to be the thing that works out for you.
Right.
Some of those things I wouldn't do. Right. Like I'm not a big prostitute hiring a woman. I'm not that does nothing for me.
I don't have to. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's kind of like.
And the thing is you don't hire a professional for the sex. You hire her to leave.
To leave right after.
That's
and not be the headache. Yeah, exactly. So I'm not big on that. I've tried it. I've tried it twice. Nothing went off. Nothing popped off. I just gave her the money. Say hit the road. You know what I'm saying? Like that's it.
That's
it. I think the lease option is not bad for me.
Sure.
Because I don't need kids, so I don't need no family in Dominican Republic or in Asia anywhere. So
I was good. Yeah, you've got children.
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah.
The way I see it is this. How can I put this? Like lions out in the jungle, right? If they roll up on a dead gazelle and it's been there for a few days, they don't really want that.
Yeah.
Even if it's not bad, no, they want the fresh kill. They want to have chased it down, all that. Yeah. That's the way I feel about women. I don't have anything against guys hiring professionals, but to me, I like the thrill of the chase. Right. I like to know that, you know what, I might not get laid tonight. And as disappointing as that would be, that actually makes it exciting for me. Just like you said, having tried it, nothing popped. That's probably what it was. I was like, okay, like that's all this is.
I was like, that wasn't. Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely. Gary B, $10. This mouse is super sensitive. It's scrolling up like 60 lines at once. Says, we can tell you work hard. It shows. We appreciate it. Mr. Anonymous Nobody with the $5 super chat. Appreciate that. Red Pill Mike, $5 says, when I was solely motivated by women, I made the most careless and reckless decisions, and thankfully none left me paying child support. Oh my God. I tell people all the time, my channel didn't take off until I left Las Vegas. Okay. And because that's all I was doing here was just chasing tail.
Yeah.
When I finally settled down, and I'm not saying get into a long-term relationship. What I'm saying is that when you chase tail, it really that's a full-time job.
It's a full-time job.
It is. And there's so, and don't get, listen, and it's hard. It would be hard for me as a 23-year-old to hear 43-year-old me.
Exactly.
Listen, young Donovan, it's not all about the peace leave. I'll be like, what the hell are you talking about? That's all there is, right?
Yeah, that's all there is.
But you have to I think this just comes with age, man. At some point, you just don't want to fuck as much. And, you just become more driven.
I think what happens is you don't want to take the risks that involve
there you go.
Getting some. Look, getting some is great. And I always tell the guys, look, if somebody was laying on this couch, I'm going to go over there and get it. However, the thing is, I'm not going to sacrifice everything all other things that I do to get it. There ain't no way in hell.
I like Joker's cheese pizza reference. He says, I like cheese pizza. He said, I'm not going to go to the pizza restaurant to get it. If somebody delivers me one, I will take it.
Exactly.
That is apropos. Matthew Henry with the $7 Canadian. I appreciate that very much. Okay, good stuff. Well, listen, Greg, this was fun, man. Sort of an impromptu Vegas show. Are you bouncing out of here tomorrow?
I'm leaving tomorrow. Yeah.
Okay. We're actually here till Monday. Okay. So we're going to be here for quite a while. I'm very, very excited. Listen, the launch of Womanies, I hadn't even mentioned Womanies. I'm supposed to be a shill and mention all my stuff. I just, it is what it is. I use one thing to fund another. That's how it is. But Womanies Volume 3 is going to drop 10 o'clock tomorrow morning Eastern Standard Time. Guys, text girls to 313-313 to get on the text list, or go to donovansharpe.com/womanies3 to get on that waiting list. I'm not going to release it early. I thought I was going to do that tonight, but I was like, you know what? I don't want to cause a feeding frenzy and all that good stuff. So, Greg, thank you very much for making time for us, man. We got to do this soon.
Absolutely.
Probably see you on the East Coast. Guys, that's going to do it for this edition of TSR Late Night.